Hey guys, what's up? It's Matt. Bringing you guys another video. I haven't been uploading for quite some time. I think a couple weeks at this point. Uh, it's really been, frankly, dealing with OCD and depression can be really tricky because there's like the blurred lines between both, and both OCD and depression is treated differently. Um, to an extent, I'm also recording outside, so you'll definitely hear some birds chirping. Just FYI. But yeah, OCD and depression is really treated differently, and well, in terms of treatments, I felt like I delved into this in other videos, but yeah, I find that right now my intrusive thoughts are very difficult to deal with. They're all unwanted thoughts that really plague me. Really on hour's end. Very difficult to deal with them. Um, for me now, what I'm dealing with is a lot of the pure obsessions, what I like to call pure obsessional OCD. Uh, well, it it's mostly that, but I do have some, rituals that are, like, I would say physical, but a lot of it's very much mental in my head, and I feel like a lot of people, I mean, they know OCD for like the hand washing and the other rituals, but when it's mental, a lot of people may look at it and be like, "Oh, you're doing well. You're not doing these rituals that are like, like hand washing or like checking certain things and like." But I'm doing a lot of the checking in my mind and reviewing and replaying situations, and it's extremely draining. Although I've been through treatment plenty of times in the past, um, OCD is something that you have to be very vigilant of. It can be very sneaky, and it can come up and attack the things that you value. Go after the things that you value in life, and that's very much what I feel like it's doing now. I may I'm making more of an emphasis on being more social, and I really enjoy socializing, but when my OCD was terrible, when it was really severe, I did not socialize much because OCD was my primary focus. It seemed like I had friends, I did have people that I socialized with, but OCD was that primary thing. It's like I gotta I gotta spend all my time on this, and hours and hours every day essentially wasted on obsessing about worrying about things that could happen, that may happen. Um, so I do know what I have to do to get better. It doesn't mean that it's easy right now. I feel like I am um, struggling, and it's difficult to admit that. It's difficult to admit that I'm struggling because I don't want people just to see me as my struggles, and that's one of my main things. It's like I feel like a lot of people have seen the anxious side of me, the side that's very worried, that's very like um, where I've been down in the past, and it hasn't always been like that. I've very much, had some very good years, and I'm always fighting. I know my life's more than OCD, but it's just those thoughts where it's like, are they really OCD? Are they depression? Are they? I feel like it's a mixture of both, to be honest. And um, really, getting that more specialized treatment is what I'm going back into. it's very posting these videos are very difficult. It really is for me because just I don't I don't want to push people away. I don't want to push people away. Um, a lot of people with OCD, um, we can live manageable lives, very manageable and successful lives. It's just something that has to be maintained. It has to be, you have to keep yourself vigilant for these signs that you're starting to, you know, go down that path where it's, where you're just more anxious, where your days are spent more so obsessing. Um, a lot of times it's keeping yourself accountable, but there's definitely people within your circle that can keep you accountable, uh, if they know what to look out for. Um, you know, and I feel like people can sense when you're struggling, when your mood's shifting, and yeah. I very much struggle too with a sense of my self-esteem is like shot, and I don't feel like a lot of people may think that of me, but like just because of how I socialize and how I may come off. But to be honest, my self-esteem is very much shot. um, Something I am very much working on, and you know it's very difficult when you look at your when you look at your body and you hate how your body looks. I feel like we all do it to an extent, or I mean, some of us may look at our body and we may love what we see. Me, it's just like pinpointing certain things and just hyper focusing, and kind of like obsessing about it. And it is. It's not one thing; it's like the other. It's like pick your poison. What do you want to worry about right now? Um, uh, I very much have been trying. I try so hard to socialize. I try so hard to socialize. It can be very much draining if you go into it with an expectation like, oh yeah, you know, people want to hang out, they want to do this, and a lot of times, just like with reality, crap gets in the way, schedules conflict, and stuff happens, and I definitely like realize that, and it's very difficult. Everyone has their own stuff that they're going through. I feel like some more than others, and it's really much how life kind of goes. Um, a lot of stuff that I struggle with is just like is very much also. It's really that OCD and depression blend because I will. I believe I mentioned this before, but it's just the thought that just that fixation on the thought that people don't care about me, or like, why should people care about me? And it's very like, you can look at it logically, it doesn't stick. So I very much think it's something with very much my OCD, and like I said, I'm just working with a therapist to figure stuff out, and doing my ERP therapy, which I delved into I delved into that if I can speak. I delved into that topic on another video of mine a couple weeks ago, or maybe like a month ago, I don't remember. But in essence, I just have to sit with this uncomfortable uncertainty without doing my rituals, without mentally reviewing to try, kind of relieve my anxiety. And in my case, if it very much is OCD, I gotta be like, okay, maybe people care about me, maybe they don't, and I'm gonna have to live with that. Um, as messed up as it sounds, like, because I know it will sound messed up to a lot of you guys if you've never done ERP. Um, it's really tolerating the uncertainty when OCD just craves that 100% certainty that cannot be achieved, that we know we cannot achieve, but we're just like pushing. We can't get that certainty. It's like kind of like you like taking a hit of a drug and you just want more and more and more. It's like you cannot get that certainty. It won't be enough. I'm very much tired on top of all this. I literally wake up every night. Well, mostly for the most part. So dealing with that is kind of tricky. I could fall back asleep, but just the fact that I'm waking up every night and that it kind of interrupts my sleep cycle, it's a lot. It's a lot. Especially also suffering from sleep apnea. Kind of a lot of these things can compound on each other. Feeling burnt out, you know, it's like a layer of stuff that kind of pushes down on you, and it's kind of like that riding that wave in that roller coaster that keeps going up and down, up and down, up and down. And it drives you insane. Drives me insane. I would say like sometimes it drives me insane because it's like, damn, can I just get a little bit consistency? That's really when it comes, or really, really doing the therapy and these coping skills when you feel like you can't do them, and you kind of just have to push through it. Like, I know how hard it can be because when I'm depressed, when I'm anxious, it's just like I fall into bad habits. I will eat a lot more than I usually do. Or I'll kind of like I really hate to call it like binging, but like, because it's not like, I don't know. But I do very much like use it as my way of coping with these very stressful, burdensome emotions. And I feel like a lot of us turn to food or turn to certain things that help bring us, that comfort us. But in the long run, I know that it's not healthy. It's not what I need to get better. Not to say that, we can't have our comfort foods, when we're really having a bad day, but there's got to be some kind of, sorry, that truck is loud as hell. There has to be some limit, can't just be like recognizing the pattern that's going on day after day after day after day. It's exhausting, and it's kind of scary too, because it's like the realization that putting like faith aside, like, I'm like, this is my one chance at life, and I'm just like, I'm like, I kind of hold on to the past very much so. I hold on to that past that I've, suffered, and, I went through a lot of stuff, a lot of trouble sometimes, and I'm like, gosh, I wish I can get it back. I wish I can get it back. You know, just focusing on that, which really brings me nowhere. Because I know I can't change it. I mean, we all know we can't change our past, but it's very much thought of like what could have been if it wasn't the OCD, what could have been if it wasn't depression. But I feel like if I continue down that road, just keep thinking that way, I'm just gonna be stuck longer. I'm gonna be stuck longer in this kind of like treacherous loop, so to speak. But yeah, I just wanted to update you guys on what's going on. It's really nice outside today. As a random side note, I'm by the pool, as you can see, and it feels good having a cooler day. Well, I mean, cooler day and cooler night. Definitely cooler night. You know, it's June. It's around like 8:13 at night. June 24th. June 24th. I'm wearing a hoodie basically. Look at this hoodie. I got my thingies, my shorts, everything going on here. Yeah. I hope everyone, has a good night, and perhaps you can take something from this for what it's worth. And I will see you guys in that next video. Peace out.